Hey everyone, Nick Griot.
Sam Battersby.
And we've got Stevie off screen. She is the voice of God. She will be moderating all of your appropriate comments in the live chat. Feels good to be back in front of you guys.
Very good.
Yeah, we look forward to these lives. They're a good way to talk to you all and answer your questions. We hope everybody's doing well. Crazy times we're living in, for sure.
It's really holding me over from all my withdrawals from car show season and not being able to go to any car shows.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what state you're living in, but news is pretty grim all over the place. But here in Tacoma, Washington, we have reopened our store with some limitations. Our governor made us wear masks pretty much any time we're out or in a place where we can't socially distance, and actually is having businesses refuse people who do not wear masks. Whatever you feel about that, we are operating under those rules here at Griot. So you can come into the store, you can check out the auto display, you can shop as normal if you're wearing a mask. Our events team is actually beginning to do more events around the country. Again, very different from the past. But we did have a couple questions come in about live tutorials, how we can do hands-on teaching. The event space is a great space for that. They're not going to hold your hand or kiss you at this point in time. And if you know our events team, they do get a little friendly.
Watch out for them any other time.
But they're not doing that these days. So, yeah, we were just in Des Moines. I think we're going to be in Salt Lake City, Utah this weekend at a Good Guys show. So, yeah, we're trying to get back to normal slowly but surely in a safe manner.
And yeah, give you guys lots of good content and interaction.
Yeah, but we are, we're up and running. I will say, if you've placed an order with us recently, we have had a healthy amount of demand. We're very happy about that, but it has put some constraints on some of our products. So we ask for your patience while we resolve all your issues. We've got a wonderful customer service team in Tacoma that will take care of you as best they can. So please exercise some patience. I know that it's just a difficult time to get a hold of everything. Supply chains have been constrained all over the world. We're not immune to that. So we appreciate your patience and we will take care of you. Other than that, Griot's Garage is healthy. All our employees, we were really strict about this, and we've had no cases within our employees between both Indiana and Washington. So can't help but feel good about that.
Yeah, and we've been able to, for the most part, maintain pretty effective operations and keep everything moving. So
yeah,
the exception of some back orders.
Well, yeah, we're working hard on new products, right?
Absolutely.
This is like the thick of it. We're giving our big sales pitches, whether it be via Zoom or with very strangely distant social interactions and sales pitches. But we're working hard. We got a lot of exciting stuff to come out. We should talk about one of our products we've been trying to get to market, and those are our G15, G21 long throws. Our G21s have come through. Our G15s have not. So if you've ordered a G15 and you're waiting on that, again, we apologize for the delay. As we understand, they are very close, but we have been delayed months on that. And granted, unless you're living under a rock, you understand that there's been some pretty weird stuff going on.
Yeah, I think we've been getting a lot of criticism from you guys for moving the goalposts on the website and stuff. We do apologize. It's a difficult situation, but we will get those orbitals into your hands, and you will love them.
Yeah, we have seen a few of you reviewing them and using them, and that's great. Let us know your feedback. For the guys that we have seen on the live, we saw Fab was in here, Wax Mode. We know you guys are big fans of our products. We always appreciate your positive reviews. For anybody else who is using our products and has any feedback, whether it be critical or positive, we want to hear both because we have the ability to improve our products. And we know we're not perfect. social@griotsgarage.com. Let us know what you're thinking, what we can do to improve. We always appreciate that.
Most definitely. Yeah, we got a lot of good interaction in the comments going on. Some good humor in there.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we're a little bit of a relief, right?
Yeah.
I don't want you guys going to watch the news and, dude, I mean, goodness gracious. Let's talk about cars. Let's talk about detailing. What have you got for us?
Get away from everything else.
This is just your questions. you can ask us anything, all right? We're going to draw the corporate line of appropriateness. We don't want to talk politics. We want to talk automobiles, waxing, polishing, whatever. I mean, you can ask, Sam and I, Sam, who his favorite kid is, or I've only got one, so I have only one answer.
I don't think they're watching, so it's probably safe to answer.
Well, either way, the floor is open. We want to answer your questions. We want to hear how you're doing. We love hearing jokes, so shoot.
Somebody already asked what's missing on the rack behind us.
Okay.
I think we decided if you guys can guess correctly what is missing on the rack behind us, whoever guesses correctly, will we just give it out to the first person that guesses correctly?
Yeah, and we'll send you a t-shirt too.
Yeah, so you'll get the product that's missing as well as a free t-shirt if you're the first one to guess correctly what is missing off the back wall. So see if you can do it without cheating.
See, Brian is calling us the Apple of the detailing world. We appreciate that. We put a lot of time and thought into our packaging.
Absolutely.
Our instructions. Obviously, we stand behind all of our products. And once again, we know we're not perfect. We want your feedback. You're our customers. We exist to make you happy. So that's the least we can do. Yeah.
Tell us how we're doing.
We like to think we continue to improve all around, but we know that there are some of you that want to tell us how awful we are. So we'll listen to you too.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Always
should we jump into some questions?
improvement. Yeah, let's do it. Got a few posting out there.
Yeah, shout out Greg Griot. I saw you here. Bob Dylan, man, you never cease to amaze me how inappropriate you can be, so keep it up. Z71 Black Mama, what's up? Joe Edgar, how you doing? We haven't seen some of you guys for a while, so it's a great feeling.
Great to see everybody. Fab, wax mode again.
Yeah,
Love
glad
your
you
guys'
like
videos.
the ceramic 3-in-1. We continue to find awesome uses for that, so man, we really do like that product. I mean, we were proud of it when we came out with it. We took our time.
It's so durable. I mean, I think we've been honestly having a hard time when we're setting stuff up for other product testing. You can't get that dang stuff off the panel.
I know. Well, we'll tease you guys a little bit. We obviously working to expand that line. We've been very clear about that, but part of it is testing on neutral surfaces, and it's really hard to reset that ceramic 3-in-1 wax treated surface.
Yeah.
We got to work hard. We're spending about an hour and a half actually getting this surface neutral and 20 minutes testing the new product. So, man.
It's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Oh, we got a winner already. Look at that.
Nice.
Mr. Tommy Gatz.
Mr. Tommy Gatz, you guessed it.
You are a winner.
Rubber cleaner.
Yeah,
The
Tommy
missing-
Gatz, you
the
got
missing
rubber
product.
cleaner. So
Put it
one of
back in place
our
there.
very classic product. All sorts of awesome uses for it. Tires. I use it for wheel wells as well. Floor mats. You correct this.
I'm driving our photo guy crazy back there.
All right, there we go. Yeah.
Face the sprayer.
Okay. All right. So
Sure, you guys know how that is. You gotta...
yeah, it was rubber cleaner, y'all. So okay, let's jump into some more questions. Gregory Gripe wants to know when we're giving away the blue R32. My cold dead hands, Gregory. So
Yeah, nice try.
yeah, you're gonna have to seriously. You're gonna have to come and kill me if you.
I think
want
we've all
to take
made
that car.
comments to Nick about how sweet that car is and how we all wouldn't mind having it. And he's like, yeah, stay away.
Yeah, that's my baby. Got some work to do on it. Some really light work, but exciting work.
Fun work, yeah, that's the fun stuff.
And then I'm gonna grow my hair long and put on my fraternity, leather shirt and go do what I did in college, I guess. But,
Awesome.
all right, so we got a couple questions pre-submitted. Again, if you guys have specific questions, shoot anything. We're here to answer your questions. We're gonna stick around until we have no more from you. We'll start with David Luna. He asked about our 8-ounce bottles and the unique trigger that we have for it. David, we usually reserve those bottle sizes for our samples that we give away at our car shows, but we do sell our 8-ounce bottles. So if you want to email us at social@griotsgarage.com, we'll facilitate that for you. We'll get you a couple of those triggers. Those triggers atomize really well. And those 8-ounce sizes, we used to sell them. We didn't sell them enough to justify diverting time on our bottling line to do anything other than sample quantities. So that's really the rub there. We're not having some third-party package it. It is a business decision to divert the line to make those type of things. So
those are sweet sprayers, though.
really nice sprayers, really comfortable, and of course they're red and white.
Can't blame you. Yeah.
We had to order like 500,000 of them.
He asked another good question above that. I think a lot of people experience this time of year. I know I've seen them on my car if we're talking about the same thing here. But the little yellowish brown dots that seem to come from who knows where, that get crusty and don't like to just wipe off. You usually have to work at them a little bit. I'm pretty confident that's some sort of bug dropping.
The little yellow streaks?
Yep.
Yeah, I know those things. Oh, I thought he might actually be talking about like a embedded iron.
Yeah, I'm not sure either one. David Luna, if you're out there, feel free to chime in on that. But either way, if they're bug droppings you're talking about, I usually use the pressure washer when I'm washing. That thing blows them off pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to get a little close if they've been there for a while. But that or a quick, synthetic clay. And then if they're iron deposits that are rusting, either iron or fallout remover or synthetic clay or traditional paint clay.
Yeah, I would say that the first step would be wash, right? High pressure rinse is going to reduce them, but you can always clay. Clay is so uninvasive, at least our clays are, so you can use that to get through those pretty quick.
Knock them out.
One other gentleman actually asked if claying, he said he had specific spots on his car that he wanted to decontaminate. He was worried about it stripping wax. Now, it won't, depending on the soap you're using, if you're using one of our car wash soaps, it's going to be pH neutral outside of foaming surface wash, which I would not, or foaming surface prep. I would not recommend using that as in conjunction with your clay as a lubricant, but it is a great chemical decontaminant for organic decontamination. But it will diminish wax. It won't remove all of it, right? If you sit there and clay all day, you're probably going to run out of wax. But if you're decontaminating a space on a solid base coat of wax, you're going to be in good shape.
Yeah, if you have a pretty fresh coat on there, like Nick said, one decontamination isn't going to knock it out. It's going to require several applications to weaken it enough where it looks like it's not there.
And so we're looking at David Luna's photos. They do look like either sap or, to Sam's point, bug droppings. Maybe. So yeah, I'd just hit those with clay. You could do that as part of your washing process as well.
Yeah, it's a quick, easy way to do it. That's what I was going to say. Like, while the car's still wet, if the wash doesn't take them off, just keep your clay pad on your cart or handy and hit those spots with it and move on.
Yeah. JT Greif wants to know who's funnier, Stevie, Nick, or Sam?
Oh, man.
Nick.
I mean, we all share.
Yeah, that's got to go to you, man.
Well, we all share an office. There's good banter, banter between the three of us. We've worked pretty closely in a very empty headquarter building over the past few months because our work can't really be done remotely. We need to verify and validate what we're seeing as it relates to product performance as we're developing products. So, yeah, there's some good banter, but I don't know. You guys seem to like my vocal impressions, so I can get you guys going.
I mean, the movie quotes, the vocal impressions are all pretty spot on. So.
All right. Well,
I don't know how this guy has such a catalog of movie quotes. I can barely remember a quote from a movie I watched last week.
Well, never mind. I can't go there. We're going to keep it PG. All right. Dantex1973 asks, I have 2 coats of ceramic 3-in-1 and Best of Show wax. What can I use to remove light tree sap? Can I use Speed Shine? Will it strip the wax in 3-in-1? Will it work on the tree sap? Depending on how fresh that tree sap is, I mean, if you've got solid base coat protection and that sap is hitting you right away, Speed Shine should be able to get it pretty easily. If you don't want to wash the car, I definitely recommend starting that way.
Yeah.
And no, it will not compromise the base coats outside of just if you want us to go down the wormhole, anytime you wipe a surface, you are technically abrading the surface and diminishing. To what extent? Minimal. But if you sit there and keep wiping, I would say that if you have to continuously reapply and wipe and use different towels, wash the car. Try a different method. Try a slightly more aggressive approach. And if worse comes to worse, an adhesive remover will definitely get rid of that sap, but it will remove your wax. So you'll most likely have to reapply.
Yeah, sometimes in one hit too, depending on how old your wax is or sealant.
Have we ever realized that our polishing remover or our polishing holder looks, when held upside down, looks like a Pac-Man ghost? I'd say that's a pretty good observation.
That is a great observation.
Yeah.
I never saw that. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't now.
Yeah.
That's pretty spot on.
And yes, Chris W., that was discontinued. We are actually in the process of redesigning them to accommodate our new machines. Our new machines all feature similar shrouds that are a little bit taller. They will work on that, but it's just not quite the angle we want to store because you can actually get the machine to bend, and that may put pressure not on the body of the machine, but your backing plate and warp it. So we just thought we'd redesign it, but don't worry, we'll have some pretty cool ones.
Ooh, pink overspray on a black Tahoe.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Pink overspray on a black Tahoe? Oh,
yeah,
my
I'm
goodness.
assuming you're asking how to solve that, but clay, decontamination, probably your first attempt. Synthetic clay, surface prep middle, mow through it a little bit faster. If it's really bad, you could use our surface prep pad on an orbital. That'll get it done quickly for you. Make sure to use plenty of speed shine or lubrication. Normally overspray takes a little bit more to remove than standard contaminant. So.
All right, Papa Smurf had a couple questions about our new G21. In particular, heat, and then heat generation, and then the lack of rubber under the platypus head. Now, again, with those tools, we had the opportunity to utilize some of our existing molds, which was part of the reason we had some cost savings, and allowed us to translate that to you guys. Every time we add platypus or double shot rubber, we add cost. And so the way we were developing that tool is for how most professionals hold and orient that tool. So we omitted double shot rubber in that one specific area. With heat, again, it's a high power machine. We did a lot to manage the heat. That doesn't mean that we're perfect yet, but I think we'll look into it further for sure. If you're seeing that you're generating an excessive amount of heat, that hasn't been our experience personally. But if there is something wrong with your unit, we stand behind it and we'll exchange it and make it right. So
absolutely.
But we'd appreciate you to reach out to us, and maybe we can troubleshoot exactly what's going on with that, and we'll help you from there.
And of course, it's summer too. If you're working out in the hot, overheating is going to be more likely. It's definitely not an excuse. The tool shouldn't overheat excessively, but you will experience some, hotter running temps if you're working in hot ambient temperatures already. So keep that in mind too.
Yeah. Now it's going to run a little hotter. I mean, it's a big motor with a stainless steel counterbalance. It's going to retain heat a little more than our fanned aluminum counterbalance. Papa Smurf, I know you have probably noticed this, but with that larger counterbalance, we're unable to incorporate the fan cooling into the counterbalance assembly, so we depended upon that to happen through the backing plate. Now, once again, we haven't had a chance to publicly talk about these machines because our launch has been delayed, at least the co-launch of the 15 and the 21. So when that happens, we will have a YouTube Live addressing all of the design features, what we did differently with those two tools, cost savings, everything will be addressed. But we don't want to necessarily jump out and encourage you guys to buy them without the certainty of delivery. So we have had about 100 or 150 G21s make it through and clear our back orders, but we still haven't received our full quantity yet. So.
And just to clarify, I think part of his question was he was saying that the G9 that he has does have the double shot under the platypus. The 21 doesn't. So there was a slight mold change between the initial production of the G9 and what we're utilizing now. So that was the reason for the discrepancy there with the double shot. Like Nick said, cost is a factor, and then it's also a really common wear-through point, I think was another reason that we chose to remove that there. So that's why you're seeing that difference.
Yeah.
We got a lot of good questions coming in. What do you recommend to protect against rock chips in areas where rock chip damage is frequent?
Expel.
Yep. Or any other form of PPF.
Suntech makes a nice product. Yeah, paint protection film is really the good.
Expel's pretty close to the
I think
top,
Expel
though,
has taken it to the next level. Maybe I'm biased because I'm always standing next to Michael.
I was gonna say they give us a lot of help, so we can give them a little plug too.
Their marketing director is just such a great guy, very hardworking guy. Everyone that I've met from that company, I really appreciate the way that they stand behind their products. The way their company was founded was essentially they were trying to strive for a higher level of customer service and improve the product beyond the evil empire's standard, and so they built a business out of it.
Yep.
So they have a great product, but Suntech I know makes some great films as well. So any PPF really, it's worth the money in my mind.
Well, I know Expel's customer service, like you said, they're second to none. I mean, they're very customer centric like we are. So you know when you're spending a lot of money on that product, Expel's going to stand behind it, and their self-healing films are quite impressive too.
Yeah. Nathan Robinson wants to know, will the G21 fit in the car care organizer bag too? The answer is no. So if you notice, if we have maybe John, you could get a G9 and a G21. We can show you some of the length differences, but the unique aspect of that tool is the center body, which is actually longer than G9 to accommodate the bigger 1100 watt motor.
It's about an inch longer.
Yeah, so it is that G9 is actually tight in our car care organizer bag as it is. The G21 definitely doesn't fit. We may have plans to address that, so just keep your eyes peeled. All right, Sam, have you ever tried 3-in-1 ceramic over a tire dressing?
Who have not. You know, that product is intended to bond to a bare surface, so I couldn't tell you exactly what's going to happen if you put it on top of a silicone-based tire dressing, but yeah, we'll have to test it out, give it a shot, see if there's any benefits there. It's a pretty amazing product. You can use it on every other surface on the exterior. So
yeah, Freedom Chariot. I think you're a local guy. I don't know that I've ever met you before.
He's the Raptor owner, right?
Yeah, but
a sweet Raptor.
Yeah, we've seen your Raptor in our caffeine and gasoline submissions. So the best guy. I mean, we love Polished Image down in the Fife area. Brian is just again a really hardworking individual. I think he goes between Suntech and Expel quite frequently.
Yeah, I know. He's a really great outfit. He's an old Griot's employee. Really great guy. He uses a lot of our products. Also stands behind his work. So yeah, check out Polished Image Detailing in Fife if you're local for PPF installation. There was another question about PPF. Is ceramic 3-in-1 safe for it, and what about your other products? So we get that question a lot. And luckily, the answer is yes. I'd say virtually any of our spray-on products for the exterior are going to be safe on Expel. So ceramic 3-in-1, Best Show Detailer, Speed Shine, Best Show Spray Wax.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to treat PPF just like paint. The modern stuff responds so well. Some of it is self-healing in heat and sunlight. However much you want to believe about that, I've seen some pretty hokey demos. I think we're like 2020. We're in the return of the hokey demo. I mean, we're seeing all sorts of upstart wax companies lighting hoods on fire, dropping nuts and bolts on the hood. Please don't buy that crap, guys. We presume if you're watching us, you're probably not fools, but I guess we're genuinely surprised.
Yeah, you never know. But anyways, like Nick said, you can treat it a lot like paint. The only things to stay away from are high solvent content products, which usually the installer, the PPF company will tell you that right when you buy it.
Yeah.
And then no really aggressive abrasives.
And clay. I don't like using traditional paint clay on PPF, primarily because of edges.
Yep, you cut it off in the edge.
It just catches and you've got a little yellow mark, and guess what? You're going back with a swab or a toothpick doing really tedious work.
Obnoxious, for sure.
So with PPF, hell, you could spray your whole car with undercarriage spray. It'd look really good. It'd be a greasy mess, but don't do that, please.
Yeah,
Really just treat it like paint and you'll be okay.
Here you have a G21 on my left and a G9 on my right. Forgive the dirty G9. This was a return tool here. But you can see the size difference there. So it's about an inch longer for the G21. G15 will be the same footprint as the G21. And I did see a question, will we be doing a new G15? Yes, we will. It is on the way.
Yeah.
So you guys will be seeing those in stock soon.
Yeah, again, we debuted those tools in our spring catalog, which again, I mean, every day is Groundhog's Day right now, but that was in March. And so we've had some serious challenges, and a lot of it has been out of our control. You know, the machines were finished in development, and we just have been unable to get our hands on them. Again, it's just a supply chain ripple from components to cords and brushes and things that, you know, come together. Our manufacturer is very vertically integrated, but we still have to get backing plates from a different factory. So it's just been hard to manage, guys, and that's as honest as we can be about that. Is just we were ready to launch them in March, and guess what happened in mid-February and early March? The whole world turned upside down. So we're dealing with it. Again, we really appreciate your patience. If you've ordered one of those machines, so we will do our best to continue to take care of you. But yeah, we're excited. I will say, the next YouTube Live, we are going to have a pretty intense celebration.
Absolutely.
Because that live will be after we have confirmed inventory in our warehouse in Indiana, and we're going to be giving away some tools. So we're going to be giving away G15s and G21s. We're going to have our other product developer, Jeff Brown, who has his fingerprints all over our tools, zoom in and talk about the tools with us, much like we did with the G9 and G8 launch. So if you need the tool for your work, we'll let you know as soon as we got them in inventory. If you're hanging on to the hope that you're going to win one, you better ask a damn good question to us and be at our next YouTube Live event. So, yeah.
Some shots being fired in the comment section right now.
Yeah, man.
You guys are brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys. I think Stevie's staying off camera due to social distancing.
Yeah. I know. We can't wait till Sam and I can hug again.
I could swap with her.
Yeah.
I definitely miss hugging my friends.
That's a great point. Somebody said we're assuming that everybody can afford Expel. Did not mean to assume that.
Yeah, no.
You know, that is unequivocally the best way to prevent rock chips. I mean, if you've got 10 layers of wax and a rock thwacks your car, it's doing nothing.
There's really no other way other than paint protection film.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to buy the top of the line stuff, but PPF is virtually the only way other than covering your front end in blue painter's tape.
Blue painter's tape, or I saw an elderly couple. They fashioned a windscreen out of plexiglass that they attached to their 928 and drove it to Portland. Now, they might have looked like complete whatever you want to say about them.
But they're not getting rock chips.
But they didn't have any rock chips, and that 928 was clean, and they removed it for the show, so nobody knew it. But
that's pretty trick, a removable windscreen.
These guys were, you know, it's Porsche Club. It's a different level of, you know, details there, as you know, just talking to all them yesterday. So, PPF is not cheap. You're right, but and even so, it's not perfect. I've had rock chips come through a PPF.
Yeah, it's a sacrificial layer.
Yeah, I mean, when I was going cross country, you know, you get into these truck corridors and something comes off a big truck wheel. PPF's not stopping it if it's a big enough rock. So yeah, it's unfortunate.
Ooh, I had a CV boot tear and grease splattered all over my wheel well and frame. Any ideas how to best clean that gunk off? I'd go with multi-surface citrus, I think. Yeah. For me.
Yeah, if you guys missed our last live, we spent a lot of time purporting, you know, the amazing benefits of that product. It really is just, I mean, it can't be less expensive right now. In fact, we probably should tell you about our offer. Right now we have spend $25, get a free 22-ounce interior cleaner. I think that's good through the rest of the week. use the code SMHBX, and you'll get a free 22-ounce interior cleaner. You spend $25 or more. Throw a couple of these cans into your basket, and again, this is your go-to for everything. My infant has now found that he likes to take his diaper off and pee on the floor. Yeah, I'm chasing him around one of these. First, I kind of, chase him. He runs away thinking it's a game, and then I clean up and usually go find the next place he's peed. So, great time,
that stuff's
guys.
awesome for grease. I usually, when I'm up against like heavy grease, I like to wipe off the thick stuff that will wipe off with a old grease rag first, and then attack it with the citrus. So it'll save you some time.
Yeah.
And a little bit of mess. It won't get quite as muddy.
Graphene, you want to tackle that?
Oh, graphene, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think we both have opinions on it. We both consulted. We're working with a couple interesting partners actually as it relates to developing our high solids ceramic capability, and graphene is actually a topic we brought up quite a bit. And I think if you live on detailing forums or follow any of the reputable, not that there aren't a lot of guys that are on YouTube that have great opinions, but guys that are in the chemical know, that do it for a living, the promises that graphene is making are marginally above SiO2, and even so, they're pretty easy to poke holes in. So it's not going to be quite as dramatic of a shift as SiO2 was in terms of its incorporation into all these really common, detailing chemicals. Does it add some strength to the bond? Yes. Is it so much so that, you're talking apples and oranges? Probably not.
Yeah, it's just another option for that type of technology, right? I mean, I see it a lot like when synthetics became more prevalent in the wax market and all of that. It's just another advancement and option in that type of technology. So.
Yeah, but if you're waiting for the clouds to part and the sun to come out for graphene, you've been misled. So,
we're not focused on it right now. That's not to say we won't ever make a product with it, but
yeah, and again, you guys, we've been pretty honest about the reality is we want to make all this stuff, so we're gearing up to do it. It's not cheap to invest in the technology to do it. You got to control a lot of the environment, and we'll get there. We'll get there, and you guys can help us by buying more product and demanding it, really. So let's see, what else you guys got?
Joshua Nunn, that was a nice dad joke there.
What was that?
I like that one. He said, "Did you hear about the car crash at the cheese factory in France? All that was left was debris."
All right, yeah, we like that stuff. Keep it coming.
That one got me. That was good. We all need more comic relief in our life these days.
Hey, Joe Edgar, look, man, you had a birthday 2 weeks ago, and your family got you gift cards. We heard about your family story about them buying you a Mustang, too. They must know you're sick in the head. Unfortunately, they're just feeding you and enabling you. But we appreciate it, and we're with you. Don't take that as a insult. We're clearly sick in the head.
And happy birthday, man. June birthdays are the best. So.
Yeah, June birthday is gone. Block your vents if you have forced hot air eating. How does that one? Big old dog. I don't know what that's in. Big old dog, you're going to have to clarify. Block your vents if you have forced hot air heating. Oh, for the infant, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. That's good advice. Thankfully, he hasn't found any vents on the ground.
Oh, man. That's every parent's worst nightmare.
Oh, my gosh.
That was a good call. I'm going to have to remember that one, too.
Oh, man, yeah, you better put something. I mean, we're not using those much right now, but I can imagine that scent creeping up and being like,
yeah, it's not something you want sticking around.
Oh, man. All right. Panoy Car Guy, I see that rust remover gel on the rack, but I'm not familiar with that product offering. Can you talk about it? Man, so rust remover gel was a product we had for some time. In fact, it was common or comparable chemistry, much thicker, higher viscosity gel, but same kind of reaction we're trying to get out of iron and fallout remover. and even heavy-duty wheel cleaner to a lesser extent, but really long dwell time. It's not going to bring your frame rail back, but for surfaces such as like your brake hat, some of the cleaning we were doing on the undercarriage, really nice, doing a lot of chemical work before your mechanical agitation. So it will go down as not one of our most successful products ever, all right? But it was in the lineup for a very long time, very effective, but yeah, we can't sell everything if the market is telling us nobody's gonna buy it. But big enough groundswell, you guys can make some noise, let us know what we need.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, the barbecue sauce idea won't die, so that's your guys' fault.
It's coming, you guys just wait.
Yeah.
It's coming. We're getting quite a bit of flack for it, so we're gonna hold you guys accountable for buying all of it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we love hearing you guys having customer service or reporting great customer service. Our CSRs, our customer service representatives, look, they're the front line with our events team. They hear and know what you're dealing with, how you're feeling. They're humans as well, so to hear that they not only handled your issue, but took care of you above and beyond, that's great. That's what we expect. That's what our whole company expects.
Absolutely.
But even so, it's always good to pat them on the back and remind them how good a job they're doing.
Yeah, and let them know too. I mean, we'll relay the message for sure, but if you're talking with one of them and you're happy with their service, definitely let them know. That kind of stuff makes their day. And I think all customer service centers are getting a little bit of flack during these times because everybody's stuck at home and nothing better to do than to call in and
yeah, everybody's kind of short on patience right now.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of longer shipping times and stuff like that going on.
Yeah,
so.
We hope that for you guys and girls that what we provide you is helping you check out, right? Get that quiet time, take care of the stuff you love and cherish, whether that be your home, your family, your automobiles. Obviously, we want to be a big part of that, but man, it feels nice to wash a car, listen to some music, maybe have a Coors Light or something with a little bit more flavor. But, relax and quiet the world out.
Block out the world.
Yeah. Somebody asked whose car between the three of us is cleanest. I think it's yours right now.
Well, right now. That wasn't the case a week ago.
I know. Sam, you recently went camping, right?
Yeah, well, I moved. All my car care stuff is still in boxes, unfortunately, but... we moved, went on a couple camping trips. Both my trucks were filthy dirty.
Guys, can I have a pen?
They are nice and clean now. Ooh, nice toss. That was money. Happy birthday to you too, Jeff Brown.
Yeah.
I did not forget
is Jeffrey in there? Oh, gosh. Hi, Jeffrey.
If that's what you're talking about, forgetting anyways.
Yeah. Stan Grider, what was the reason for that G9's return? You might want to clarify. Were you talking about the G9 we brought back in here? Was it the one out there?
This guy.
Yeah.
This one was, I mean, I'll hold my entire opinion, but this one was a slight potential misuse issue. There was a tear on the backing plate here. It looks like it got run over an emblem or something pretty sharp. That will not normally happen. That involves some sketchy polishing, if you will. Yeah. But yeah, it was a minor issue. Could have replaced the backing plate. Might have to find out who returned this one. But
yeah, Z71 Black Mamba. That's a great question. Is Polyglots only to be used after a surface wash, or can it be used as a quick maintenance wash? Also, I use an acid-based wheel cleaner. How can I restore bare chrome? Any products for that? So the first question, we've actually moved to recommending a process that we've become more familiar with through the foaming system, which is that for your maintenance wash, you can actually, we recommend applying foaming surface wash to a non-rinsed car, so a dry car, allowing for maximum dwell of the foaming surface wash up to from 5 to 10 minutes, depending on your conditions. If you're dealing with some high heat and humidity, you might want to shorten that dwell time, but that may lead to more mechanical washing. High pressure rinse, and then again, if your car is not excessively dirty, apply Polyglots, and then mitt with a wet, clean wash mitt your entire car. this not only does two things. One, it allows you to skip a separate bucket wash step, but it also helps the polymers in Polyglots bond better for a more immediate hydrophobic effect and better durability of that polymer.
Yeah, the quick agitation will encourage better bonding and, like Nick said, give you better results. So.
And if your car is exceptionally clean and it's, if you're just washing it every week for the matter of principle and you haven't exposed it to a lot of miles, you don't see a lot of heavy contaminants, a lot of road grime, can you wash exclusively with Polyglots? Sure. Is it best practice? Probably not, and you might want to do a high pressure rinse before applying it, just to remove any of the gnarly stuff. So yeah, that's a shortcut for sure. And then chrome, like raw chrome without clear coat on top of it. Our metal polishing products are great for removing scratches like swirl marks. And then I'd wax it. I'd put ceramic 3-in-1 if it's a more modern car. But if it's a more modern car, chances are a factory wheel, it's going to be clear coated.
Either way, you can put ceramic 3-in-1
yeah,
on
ceramic
it.
3-in-1.
Protect your work.
Or any of our other waxes. Just remember, if you do a traditional carnauba wax, the heat cycles that a wheel experiences, that stuff's not going to hang around for too long.
Yeah, there's a question on PVD chromed wheels. And what do I use to polish PVD chromed wheels? You can treat PVD a lot like paint. You just don't want to go too aggressive because you can polish through it. So just be cautious, correcting cream, perfecting cream. Those are both good options with a mild pad. Yeah,
don't use like a straight raw metal polish on that. Like one of our competitors has like mag and aluminum wheel polish. That is meant to restore uncoated raw metals, and it will destroy a PVD pretty quick. So if you know it's PVD, treat it like paint. Sam's point.
Absolutely. Mike Ovoffen? Sorry if I butchered that. He asked if we sell these tables. Unfortunately, we do not right now, but
yeah,
could be something we bring back. I love these tables.
They're great tools to have in any garage, right? They're height adjustable, so if you're working down low, you want to, put your little table or a grip mat or something to contain your fasteners and tools for specific tasks, especially if the car's up in the air. Great.
Yeah, great little work surface.
We use them to pretty much line up 8 bottles of whatever we're testing and a stack of towels and write feedback on product performances. Yep. So we use these quite a bit.
Which of your interior products would you recommend for perforated leather seats? Any product you'd recommend for darker leather versus lighter leather? That's a good question. My favorite for perforated is our leather care spray.
Yeah.
Just the OG leather care spray. That's a easy to use product. It's quick. You don't have to worry about it clogging perforations, but it provides good cleaning and a lot of conditioning too.
Yeah, one thing to think about with a perforated leather seat, it tends to be more prevalent in newer cars as you've got heated seats, cooled seats, things that are ventilated. So you want to avoid clogging them. Now our leather gels are exceptional. Leather Care and Leather Rejuvenator are some of my favorite products we've ever made. Just always impress me. But if it's a modern car that's daily driven, exposed to UV, Leather 3-in-1 spray is actually will contain UV inhibitors, so it will help prevent some of that fade, and it also be thinner so as not to clog your perforations. But to Sam's point, use one of our sprays. Depending on the age, use of the car, where it's stored, you may opt for the UV protection in 3-in-1 spray versus Leather Care that does not have UV but is a more rich, oil-rich product that, quite frankly, I prefer.
Yeah, great tip with the UV protection, though, especially if you're in a convertible or something like that. And then if you need to clean really thoroughly, our odor-neutralizing leather cleaner, that has quickly become one of my favorite products. It's impressive. Smells great, works phenomenal. It doesn't actually condition the leather, but it has an ingredient in there that it will make it softer and more supple so that it will accept the conditioner better. Awesome product.
Really light scent, dissipates quickly, but yeah, it's kind of like your stripping agent before you would apply a conditioner.
Yep.
I think, in general, our Leather 3-in-1, it's a great product for well-maintained leather. It's got light cleaning capability, that UV protection. But you almost always get a better result with multiple steps, right? So I prefer cleaning the leather first, especially my Jeep. Holy crap. like the stuff that gets thrown in there, including you guys.
Oh,
I gotta clean that leather surface before I condition it.
He's talking about the guys behind the camera,
Yeah.
not me and Stevie, of course.
Yeah. Jonathan Garza wants to know, what has Richard been up to with all this quarantine? You know, he's been busy. I mean, like I said, we were fortunate enough to never really close down fully. Our operation is drastically different from the day COVID started.
Yes, yes.
I mean, our Tacoma facility is pretty much a ghost town outside of our creative guys back here, videographer and photographer, social media, and our R&D team and product development team testing products. But really, the vast majority of this operation is remote. Richard's here every day. He has his garage mahal in the back of the building. You guys have seen it there before. We get to use it a little bit more now that Griot's Motors has been kicked to the curb to their new facility. So, yeah, he's been busy, and he hasn't been buying that many cars, thankfully.
Couple.
Yeah, they're not really ones we want to talk about in public. In fact, I've already flamed him for a couple of them, I think, on a couple of our past YouTube lives. But he's on his way to Indiana right now, actually, to visit our facility out there. Again, if you've bought from us in the past 4 months, we sincerely appreciate your business. There's no way to say that more emphatically. And if you've received a package from us, it's because of our hardworking team in Plainfield. They have dealt with every shift and change that we've put into place and maintained record levels of output. So, you know, if any of you all are watching, thank you so much. But really, Richard's on his way out there to not kiss babies and shake hands, but socially distant appreciation to be shown.
Yes, yeah, they're doing work out there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Todd too.
Yeah.
One of his relatives in there.
I know. Our production team has been nailing it. Again, our procurement our just picking and packing and shipping. Gosh, that operation, I mean, it's been forced into a level of efficiency that we didn't expect it to be for a while. So
Yeah, those guys are all awesome.
yeah. All right. Hey, Wax Mode, I did want to say, I saw one of your videos where you're doing real-world testing, real-world durability of that ceramic 3-in-1 wax. That's probably the best one I've seen.
Really good stuff.
I mean,
yeah.
we can't
love your
stand when we see these products compared, and it's like, you know what, we kill products all the time, right? It doesn't impress me to like, oh, let's expose this to brake cleaner and see what happens. Like, what are you doing to that hood? Who's driving through a bath of brake cleaner? So I really do appreciate the real world. That made us feel good. And again, in our experience, when we see that product out in the real world, we're impressed with it as well. So
yeah.
great juxtaposition. It takes some time to do that. We know all you guys that make YouTube channels, Fab and Papa Smurf, and anybody out there that's you know, contributing positive reviews on our behalf. It takes time to edit videos and make that stuff, so we really appreciate that.
And some guts to put yourself out there on YouTube.
Yeah.
It can be a pretty brutal crowd sometimes, so we
Yeah,
appreciate you guys.
If you want to, if you ever want to see Richard Griot dressed down, go look 1990 Range Rover Classic video on our YouTube channel and see how angry he made the entire British population. I've never heard some of the words that they call him.
Range Rover purists are a brutal group for sure.
Apparently they're very unhappy.
They're worse than Land Cruiser purists. Or I'd even say they're worse than Porsche purists, maybe.
Oh man, gosh, those guys have, and yeah, let's just say we just celebrated July 4th. I've gone to Great Britain. It's a wonderful place, but thank God for the good old US of A, man.
Well, I don't mean that in a bad way at all either, guys. You're our type of people, 100%.
Yeah,
so
I know. All right.
we get it.
Yeah. Okay. Todd Sherman, how about we answer that boat question?
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Are there any special considerations when detailing a fiberglass boat with your products? Well, fiberglass tends to respond pretty well. A fiberglass hull responds pretty well to the temperature.
Yeah, they're mostly often gel coated.
Yep.
Right, so it's going to respond similar to paint, but a little different.
Yeah, I mean, man, one of the most tragic things I've ever seen is I was my brother was getting married up on one of the San Juan Islands at this awesome place, Roche Harbor. They have a lot of big dollar boats out there. right? So one of they kind of park them on the docks and they let you walk around like it's an open house.
Yeah.
$3 million, 95-foot boat, white, beautiful, beautiful boat. It's like a Beverly Hills mansion on water. And my dad and I walk onto this thing because we're bored. We're not in the wedding. We're just waiting around.
Yeah.
Some dude has dusted this whole thing with a rotary, and the entire 90 feet of this hull of the boat is just this nasty hologram.
Yeah,
so
brutal.
But most guys, because fiberglass responds to that temperature a little better, will opt for a rotary. But this guy, clearly he's got 90 feet times however tall the boat was.
It's a lot to do twice.
He wasn't doing a secondary step with a DA. So I always prefer to use a long throw machine and then cut in the tight spaces. I usually work on ski boats, wakeboard boats, stuff that's like 20 to 26 feet long. Sometimes they have dyed fiberglass, so you're pulling color. So again, a rotary responds really well to them, but you're gonna leave holograms if you use that. So I'd say a long throw polisher, fast correcting cream, you're gonna cut through the majority of the stuff pretty well. And ceramic 3-in-1.
Yeah, money. Perfect for boats.
Yeah.
Quick and easy on the big surface, and it's going to give you great durability whether you're in salt or fresh water.
Yeah. All right, let's see, what
USA.
else? What is the ugliest car ever, in your opinion?
Oh,
We saw one of them today.
gosh. We did, you're right.
Yeah.
It's a tough question. The old Pontiac Aztec.
I hate Mustang 2s. I hate those. I really
Yeah,
dislike them. I like
they're-
Fox bodies, but the Mustang 2, ugh, gross.
They're bad. I'll be honest. I can't even name the model, which you guys might flame me for this, but the BMW like crossover hatchback with the slanted roof.
Oh, the
not a fan
4
of
Series
those.
Grand Coupe.
Yeah.
Like, I drove one of those before.
Not a
Nice
fan of
driver,
those.
but yeah, it's just this weird.
lot of
I got into an argument with some guy the other day about crossovers because it's just like this
Yeah.
market study, and the consumer wants SUV space but car driving. Let's just make a turd and let's put wheels on it. And so but we drove by a Pontiac Aztec today, and I was telling you I kind of had this strange fascination for them. If it wasn't like a GM parts bin interior and nasty little, breathless V6, like. I don't know. I mean, it's ugly. It's ugly. I'm in a weird spot. I told him it was the same part of me that likes the Tesla Cybertruck.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, they're unique for sure. You can't hate on them for that. They're different.
Yeah, I think it was probably when I was like 14 and those came out, and I was just like, man, I could run away and live in one of those. Obviously, I
Mad
made
at
the
your
right
parents.
choice.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, ugliest car though. That's a tough question.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, there's been some ugly cars, and I actually like ugly cars. I own some ugly cars. I mean, I own a 1990 station wagon that's ugly as sin.
That depends who you're talking to, man.
I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but man, it's the National Lampoon's line. You think you hate it now? Wait till you drive it.
Well, I suppose cool doesn't have to mean pretty or good looking either.
Yeah.
It can
That's pretty hard.
definitely be cool and ugly at the same time.
I can tell you the most beautiful car. That is a Ferrari 250 GTO. Series 1, 62, 63. Just to me, it's perfect. What is this?
I think I recognize that name.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Taking cheap shots.
Yeah.
Cheap shots in the comment section there. All right, guys, keep sending us questions.
Nick likes the wood paneling.
Yeah, he loves the wood paneling. You need a high quality car wash for that, Hayden. That's a good one. So we do have a promo code. Gosh, I lost your cup.
Always throws it for a loop on a buddy.
Okay.
In there.
SMHBX. You spend $25 with us, you get a free 22-ounce bottle of interior cleaner. Okay, I'm going to center myself now. You check out at griotsgarage.com, use that code, and you will get a free bottle of interior cleaner. Exceptional all-purpose interior cleaning product.
SMHBX. Take advantage.
Fab, you've detailed some Aztecs? Yeah, those are, I wouldn't want to detail one. Actually, we got an intriguing new product that would hide a lot of stuff for some of those
Absolutely,
Aztec owners.
absolutely.
Actually do a lot of restoration work.
We had a couple questions about like faded trim, rubber and plastic, and I was gonna tease a little bit there that we are working on some stuff.
Yeah.
We have our Black Shine Trim Restorer for you right now. It's a gel applied dressing, or a gel type dressing that you apply via pad applicator or towel. Works really well. It's very durable. If the surface is smooth, you usually want to come back with a dry towel to get it nice and even, streak free, but that's a solid one. But we're working on some other stuff there too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guys, we're working on a ton of stuff, and we're really excited about it. What are you looking at?
I don't know. I thought you were laughing at another.
Oh
comment.
man, I mean, we're getting some gross Aztec and some Aztec love.
Yeah.
Brandon Olson apparently used to sell them. Thought the 10 accessory was cool. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, that always got me too. Man.
Yeah.
The 10 accessory was sweet.
Look, there's something redeeming in every car. All right.
For sure.
And don't forget, somebody had to put that together. But you can also tell, like, designed by committee cars, which the Aztec clearly was. That was a bunch of suits that had no idea what they were doing. They all started talking to each other like, yes, let's incorporate that. Yes, let's incorporate that. And there's a, put it together.
Yes, make it a hatchback.
Yeah. Can we polish this turd enough to sell enough of them? I think so. All right, let's do it. Is my job on the line? No, not at all, because we agreed together. So.
Yes. And
All right,
Breaking Bad is a great show.
Yeah, I like Breaking Bad.
Walter White flew under the radar quite nicely.
Extreme details, new polisher rack. Again, look for it, forthcoming. We're working on developing not just that, but a couple other accessories that we think are pretty cool as well. So that is in the works. Freedom Chariot, Porsche 996, come on.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say. Man.
Come on. I mean,
the headlights are funky, but they're sweet cars.
Yeah, okay, look, if you bought the first year production 996 when they just went to water cooled, yeah, you have some issues. And yes, the headlights are terrible. And yes, the interior is not that great. But if you want to drive a Porsche and you're on a budget, buy a 996 for goodness sake. Just get one. You can't buy a 964 for reasonable money. You can't buy a 993 for reasonable money. You can buy a 996 once they worked the 3.6 liter, once they worked out their early kinks, or 996 GT3 might be the best kept secret in performance.
For sure.
Not that everybody has 50 grand to spend, but you can't spend 50 grand and get a better car that may be a little ugly. And if you really hate the headlights, you can convert them.
There you go. Yeah. Get the covers too that hide the little spit out there.
A 996 911 is not a 924, okay? We're in a whole different world of consideration here. All right, and it's not an Aztec. It's still a Porsche. You got some street cred, so.
SEMA's still a little too far out to give you previews. Sorry, guys. And who knows if SEMA's going to happen?
Honestly, we both have our doubts.
We're all feeling it's probably not.
Yeah, and quite frankly, as much as we love and hate SEMA, we love debuting products. We love the camaraderie. We love kind of the feeling of it.
Love seeing you guys.
We like meeting you all. We don't like that we don't get to explore and enjoy as enthusiasts. I think is what we both at least discussed. Together.
Yeah. It can be hard. It's kind of like you're there and it's mouth-watering because you're a car guy.
It's like you go to Disneyland and all the rides are closed except the spinny cup one.
Here, you get to sit in this 30 by 30 spot for
exactly. I'm just going to spin in the teacups until I vomit like 5 times in a row. And then I can't go on Splash Mountain. The Matterhorn's closed. The Haunted House is closed. Man, that's not a world I want to live in. So SEMA's a little rough on us. But yeah, I think it'd be, just speaking honestly, it'd be a little irresponsible to bring 200,000 people into a convention center when all the studies are saying it's airflow and all the booths aren't getting any further apart.
A lot of questions out there about
we'll see what happens with SEMA, but
every other trade show around the world has been canceled.
I can tell you this much. We've been working on products to debut at SEMA, and they'll be ready to debut at that same time, regardless of if the show happens or not.
I'd say if SEMA doesn't happen, we'll likely do some sort of big live event or video to show you guys everything that we've got.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you better bet that's going to be a big procession. We'll do it from the rooftops. We'll climb a mountain and do it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do something special.
Some good stuff coming for sure.
We'll be on a beach with some Mai Tais and all of our new products because we're not stopping until they're done.
Nope. And SEMA or not, get ready.
Yeah.
Some good stuff coming. So we had a good question about glass. from Joe Edgar. Yeah, it's an MKZ with retractable glass roof, which those are becoming pretty common. Always has water spots. What's the best way to remove them and prevent them? That's my favorite part of the question. But for removing them, glass polishing is usually the only way. Sometimes if they're fresh, you can remove them with decontamination techniques, either paint, clay, surface prep, Mitt. But typically you're gonna have to do some polishing. Our fine glass polish is a cerium oxide based glass polish, works exceptionally well on water spots. I do recommend using our glass pads. Those are a Rayon fiber pad that will significantly increase the cut and save you time and energy when you're getting the water spots out. And then hit it with glass sealant afterwards. It's a phenomenal product, very durable, especially on a roof where it's not getting abraded by windshield wipers. Probably only need to put it on there once a year, maybe twice a year.
That's a product that I know Fab actually is pretty much responsible for that product quadrupling in volume single-handedly.
Yeah.
But when we test on product on cars that have had it applied on side windows, it's almost impossible to determine how long it's been on there, right? It's just such consistent performance.
If it's not being abraded, it's so
if it's on your windshield, it eventually gets worn off. But even so, the fringes, you'll see that forever. So, a panoramic roof is going to look great with that. We did have another question about, do I have to polish every time I apply glass sealant? That was a pre-submitted question. The short answer is no. But you should probably decontaminate.
At least, yeah.
I think that's the necessary step before glass sealant. Polishing, I might do it once a year. You get hard water spots, you're probably going to want to polish them just so they don't etch and get deeper and deeper.
Definitely.
As that mineral buildup, kind of just exacerbates.
Get that glass sealant on after you polish too, because that'll significantly help reduce the risk of them coming back.
Yeah, don't essentially polish your glass, leaving it bare and exposed with no protection, and ask all the contaminants to come settle in there. Put glass sealant on there. So, let's see.
More requests for a live studio audience.
Live studio audience? Gosh, guys, do you think that's?
Yeah,
I think
responsible right now.
Yeah, we'd have to do it out in an auditorium somewhere. That'd just be weird.
6 feet apart, everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe once all this is over, well.
Oh, Greif wants to know who's going to hit 300 plus first, Koenigsegg or Hennessy? Man,
Hennessy's making a push.
Oh my gosh,
they're hiring more folks. They're growing. They're getting bigger.
You know what? I hope. I love Koenigsegg. Koenigsegg is crazy, but I hope to goodness it's those Texas boys.
Hell yeah!
Down in Hennessy,
American made.
Yeah, that are just. They have so many screws loose, it's irresponsible. But man, I've never had more fun than going down to Hennessy, and we were having a business meeting. We were in a classroom, and the general manager there now, Alex, kind of says, "Hey, John, give me the keys to your Demon." John's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll toss you the keys."
Yeah.
And he's got a brand new Dodge Demon, and if you haven't seen Hennessy's facility, they have a drag strip on their property. But there's a little one-lane windy road to turn around and prime yourself for the drag strip. Well, so I thought we were going to cruise around the road, and we were going 100 miles an hour on this tiny little one-lane road with no stops, nothing. I mean, we could have just tumbled into oblivion into the Texas plains and turned around. Man, 140 miles an hour in that Demon, so damn fast. And then we went back in, and he's like, "You want a cup of coffee?" I was like, "No, I think my heart rate's good enough."
I don't think they make anything that I don't want.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things that makes me love them more than anything is they took all those new Raptors and said, you didn't make it with a V8? Yeah, we're going to put V8s in them.
Yes.
And they had 100 of those on order. It's everybody knew what was right. Ford.
Yeah. Maybe they'll listen.
Yeah, at some
Ford,
point.
if you're out there.
Yeah. All right. So again, I hope it's Hennessy. The Venom F5 is the car that they're, trying to push 300 in. I know they've hit 270 in the Venom GT4, I think is the name of their previous supercar. I think at the end of the day, guys, it's tires. It's going to have the power. It's going to have the aerodynamic profile to reach that theoretically. It's a matter of the friction and grip and temperature that those tires can withstand to get to 300 miles an hour.
I think a lot of people don't factor tires into that discussion enough.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big, big, big factor.
Yeah.
A question about glass sealant and 3-in-1. So no, you were right, Pinoy Car Guy, you do not want to put 3-in-1 over your glass sealant. It's not necessarily going to hurt anything, but being that they are both very durable and rich protections, you may get some glare or some film putting them, layering those two products specifically on glass. On glass you want good optical clarity, so don't layer on glass. You can't always do a second application of glass sealant.
Yeah, I found that if I have on my Jeep, the windows are 30 years old. I've polished them with no success. Glass sealant doesn't seem to last on them at all. I think it's just old glass. Can't explain it, but I've done it with ceramic 3-in-1. Great. So I just have treated it differently.
Yeah, and I would say like on side windows, if you're layering, it's not going to be as big of an issue on your windshield that you're looking through when you're driving. We don't want you to have any safety concerns. So that's the main reason for that disclaimer there with glass sealant and 3-in-1.
Dude, did Bugatti hit 300? I feel like we would have heard about that. I don't think Bugatti hit, unless it was a modified. I think the question is as it relates to a production vehicle, not a hopped up version. And again, if a Bugatti hit 300, that's, maybe you could put the link in the chat, because I'd like to know that. I was unaware.
If they have, yeah, me too.
Bob Dylan, where'd you find Zima, Bob Dylan? I used to see the Zima commercials, and like it's some dark nightclub in Berlin and a bunch of people drinking malt liquor. Like, yeah, that sounds fun. But I've never actually had a Zima, so I've never looked for them. But I mean, I'd give it a good old college try. No.
So September 3rd of 2019, it says Bugatti became the first car maker to top 300 with a modified version of its hypercar.
Modified version, though. There you go.
They hit 304 in a Chiron, is it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Stevie.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
The fact checking.
There you are. Okay.
But the key there is modified, so it was a modified version.
Yeah.
So I think Hennessy and Koenigsegg are duking it out for factory production vehicle. First production.
Like everyone they make will be able to hit that.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, exactly. The faster the better for all of us gearheads.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we love seeing the competition between those guys. That's what drives innovation. It's just like us, duking it out with other orbital manufacturers and whatnot. It pushes everybody to get better. Right?
I know. I mean, really, guys, if you think about this particular tool that's in front of Sam, the marketplace we entered with our first Boss line of tools, we priced it relative to that marketplace. Man, that marketplace has expanded, and it forced us to really rethink our price competitiveness as part of it. And we were fortunate to have spent a ton of money developing the G9 and G8, where we were able to bring some things forward with that and save some money so that you guys were able to get a really affordable professional quality tool. So yeah, competition is good for everybody, especially you guys, the consumer.
Sounds like there's some Jeep versus Bronco banter going on. I love it.
Uh-oh.
We might be a little biased there, though.
Yeah, I know.
We're both pretty excited for the Bronco, so.
Oh, I'm stoked, man. I just
somebody finally is putting it to Jeep.
And man, I mean, look, I think COVID messed up their marketing plan quite a bit as well.
Bronco?
But they've just been,
Ford?
It's been a very continuous stream of leaks. And look, I'm stoked about that car. I love the Wranglers. I don't really like driving a Wrangler on the freeway. I did for a while. That gets a little old, but.
The new Wranglers are nice.
Yeah,
one of my good friends has one with the turbocharged 4-cylinder in it, and he's got, I think he just put 40s on it. It's lifted like an inch, and it'll take 40s, and he does 80 miles an hour down I-90 and gets 20 miles to the gallon and takes it everywhere off-road. That thing will climb.
Well, we live in a place where if you put those things to use and you aren't just going over parking stops, then, good on you.
Yeah, but they're nice. I'm a Gladiator fan too, but I am very excited to see that Bronco.
Yeah. David Luna, you don't like 928s? We're going to fight. I love 928s. You know why? Charlie Sheen. That's why I like 928s.
Yes.
I actually like the later production 928s, the S4s that got kind of the tail light treatment that they're putting on the 993s. Those look really clean. That's a German muscle car. Come on, man. Front engine V8. Yeah. Just give me more of it.
Anything with a V8, it's hard to argue with.
I'll grow my hair long, you know, start speaking in tongues and drive on the Autobahn. Yeah.
William Flynn, let's see some videos of that. I want to see an 8th gen Civic break 300.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Facebook group called Griot's Garage Community. No, actually, that's cool. I didn't know
that's
that
awesome.
it existed.
500
Maybe you
members.
guys can let us become members.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. We want to be part of the Griot's community.
Yeah, we get a lot of it.
Yeah, we got to get in on that.
Well, hey, let's do one more promo code, and then just to remind you all, so this is going on right now. You spend $25 with us at griotsgarage.com. Use the code SMHBX. You will get a free bottle of interior cleaner. If you're having trouble getting to $25, put some citrus multi-surface in, make yourself happy, clean up after your kids that are peeing on the floors. The next YouTube Live we have will be entirely about our new long throw orbitals, the G15 and the G21. We're going to do that as soon as we have confirmation of inventory. We're hoping we have inventory in less than 2 weeks now. Again, we are really upset about the fact that it has been so delayed, but we've just been dealing with it. Hope you guys can extend some understanding there.
Yeah, we're getting them in as quickly as we possibly can.
Yeah, without compromising the integrity of the tool. We're trying to make sure it's right, and then get it to you guys on time. We're not going to just put it on some strange airline and hope that it gets here from Timbuktu, North Pole. We want them to come in a clean manner.
Well, that's another factor. I mean, the airlines and shipments have been
you wouldn't believe
big issue.
The amount of hair loss our procurement team has gone through just managing supply chain, everything from boats that are going around South America now to extend time so retailers in the Midwest don't have to pay, to all of the, you guys heard about how many people are traveling on airplanes right now? It's not many.
Yeah.
And so a lot of air freight goes in the bottom of passenger planes, and that has just evaporated. So it's been a difficult time to adjust to, but hey, we're getting through it. But yes, our next YouTube Live, it should be a couple weeks from now. It may be 3 weeks from now, but that's going to be a big one. You're going to want to tune in for that. You're going to have the chance to win some of our new polishers. But we're going to expect you guys to bring the heat, bring the thunder. You better ask some damn good questions. Otherwise, we're sending you nothing, and you'll like it.
We want questions.
Okay. Sky Bandit, you sent a customer service question to Jason 3 days ago. No reply. Please resend. We have been so overwhelmed with emails and phone calls, unprecedented. And we're doing our very best to maintain our service standard, but we are humans, and there are only so many hours in the day. So we're doing our best. Please be patient with us. We will get back to you.
Yeah, and
Jason's the right guy to be talking to.
Absolutely. I was going to say, if you are having trouble getting a hold of him, you can always email our customer service directly as well, or call us, either one. We'll get you taken care of.
Yeah.
Wondering if iron and fallout remover is also a beneficial step in decontamination to dark colored cars, being that it's hard to see iron particles on a dark car. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely doesn't feel as necessary as it does on a white car where you can see all the orange and brown specks. But I would say it's still going to be beneficial. The main benefit in my mind is that you're making the mechanical decontamination safer and more effective and easier. So it's going to go a lot quicker and be more thorough if you've done that chemical step with iron and fallout remover first. So
Yeah.
good to do regardless of the color.
DeLoreans, love DeLoreans, wish they had V8s. Pretty much it.
That would change it for sure. DeLoreans are cool though. Yeah, there's no arguing.
Yeah,
there.
you can go anywhere in a DeLorean and be cool. Right? I'd go full grandpa sweatsuit, just big old blinders,
all the way.
shades, just crawl out of there. Cup of coffee and a cane, man, I'd kick ass.
Like McFly.
All right. All right, guys. Well, gals, thank you very much for tuning in. Again, don't miss the next YouTube Live. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a banger, the biggest party in the COVID universe you've ever seen.
Get ready.
Lots of tools to give away. We're going to be bringing in Jeff. It's going to be a big event. So thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. We love talking to you all. We love that you tune in and chat with us. So hope you had a great time. Enjoy your evening. Have fun in your garage.
Thank you all. Have fun in your garage.